Right, good afternoon and welcome to this very special show with Babs and I. Good afternoon, Babs.
Good afternoon, Stephen, and how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. The sun's shining
Good.
today, and we're all ready to talk about WordPress blogs and Empire.Kred. I mean, normally we talk about all aspects of blogging, but you were we did a blab a couple of weeks ago with Skip and Andreas, and
Yep.
that was the start of something, wasn't it?
It was indeed. I thought I've been on Empire.Kred or whatever it was before for I don't know how many years now. It's quite a few now, because you went there and you've stayed there, and so I kind of think there must be something to this.
Yeah.
So I go in there, and I was fallow for a long, long time and didn't do anything. And I came back in, and I can kind of see that there's something there, but I don't quite get it yet. So I've been just buying shares and doing a couple of little missions and things, and I'm still not worth very much there or anything. But when we were chatting the other week, I thought, right, let's just do a mission. Let's just do one and see what happens. And I'd just written a blog post, so because I'm really trying to get back into that again, because I'm terrible for getting my own blog posts out. So I did this quick mission. And I asked people to just go and visit the blog post, which wasn't ideal. It was just, limited traffic. But at least half of the people that then took up my 5,000 eaves, which isn't very much at all, they went and visited the blog post, and half of them commented as well, which was great. I thought, hang on a minute, this is a bit interesting, because I wasn't expecting that at all. And it kind of opened my eyes a little bit to the sense of community that there is there, or
Indeed.
Can be there, that people, I just didn't realise it was at that level. So I should definitely be exploring it a lot more. And really what I was hoping to do was pick your brains as much as anything, and other people that are here that also have cred, to see, how people can actually do more. And perhaps, for instance, I should have asked to share a tweet, because then people would tweet and that would be perhaps retweeted. And so it would open it up even more. I mean, my visitors that day went flying through the roof. It was wonderful.
Yes, indeed. Yeah,
more so than I would get from normally tweeting and things like that. So a huge thank you to the community there. And I want to do more.
Right, I think that's the first time that happens is magical, because we've got to the stage now where we're a bit blasé about, we write a blog and somebody will see it, but nobody will comment. That changes, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed. Commenting is that's wonderful. It's really great. It really changes the whole feel of a blog when people are actually engaging, and other people visit and think, oh goodness, some people think that's worth commenting on. So it does, raises the blog, considerably if people start engaging with you. So you sort of think, right, well, how can I encourage that more and ask more questions? Because you get out of the habit of asking something at the end of your blog post for your readers to reply with, because you think, well, people just they can't be bothered, or it could just be my writing, of course. But it was really lovely to see that and think, okay, I'll develop that again, because of course that's what I tell other people to do all the time.
Indeed, but this and is the beauty is that it's not just the first time you do it. The more missions you run, the more interaction you get. It's as simple as that, because you're actually building your own community, because those people who commented, you remember now. And you find them on Empire.Kred and you buy their shares and they buy your shares, and you get talking, and a whole chain of events is in place just from one blog.
Yes, I can see that happening. I've got, I did a quick blog post about this today, and then I've got another one going out tomorrow, because, I'm sort of more encouraged to get on with my writing some more, so that I can do more with it.
Now, the site we're talking about, for everybody who doesn't know, is a site called Empire.Kred. Now, the links there, you can click the link at any time or in the sidebar. And Empire.Kred started life in Canada in 2010, 2011, and a team of programmers got together to create a game. Now, they created a game that's so involving that people have been playing it for years. And I personally have been there for over 4 years, 5 years now, and still enjoy visiting and going in there, because there is a real community of people like yourself on social media who want to get to know each other and help each other, isn't there? There's a sense of community.
Indeed, and I love that. I really love online community. I love offline community as well, but we can't always do that. So it's meant a lot to me over the years. So I really cherish any kind of online community stuff. So, and I just hadn't realised how much there was was available there on Empire.Kred. So I kind of wanted to chat with you about it today.
Right. Okay. Well, if anyone's interested in Empire.Kred, there is a guide getting started on there, and I've just posted a link. If you press that link, it will take you straight to Empire.Kred. It is not an affiliate link or any description, and you can start on the site and just follow the step-by-step guide, and you'll soon be up to speed.
Very thorough.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm very impressed.
Well, it was basically that we did, Angelica and I did an Empire Avenue guide 2 years ago. So well into the routine of doing it and making use of Clarify to take the screenshots and then just write the words in between. So I didn't, it wasn't used, I used Clarify to actually create the blog post with actual screenshots from the sites. Welcome, Scott. Now, once you've got started on Empire.Kred and you've got to know people and you've bought their shares, and buying shares is important, isn't it?
It is, yes, because it sort of makes a connection. It makes a small connection with people and things. So I always find if people have bought my shares, I like to go and buy some of theirs as well. So it's all. I mean, I don't know if I do it right at all. So I'm hoping for some tips from you today. So.
Right. Okay. Well, if you have questions, then I'm happy to chat about any area at all. Because missions though is the thing. But in order to be successful at missions, you've got to do one thing, and that's build relationships with people, get to know people. As Blab said, if somebody buys your shares, you buy their shares, and you might well get a conversation going as well. If you buy somebody's shares, then check them out on Twitter, check them out on Facebook, check them out on LinkedIn, and connect with them, because they know you're on Empire.Kred. You're building a network, and it's a network of people who are interested and very good at social media. Welcome, Michelle. And we love Empire.Kred. Michelle is on Empire.Kred, and she's been there since forever, and she's now following me around from Blab to Blab. But the thing is, if you actually get involved and you build up your network by buying shares and interacting with people and following them on Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook, you're actually building a network around yourself, so that when you've accumulated some EVEs, and you can do that by doing other people's missions. Now, to find out about missions, the best way to learn is to do other people's missions, and that can take you off anywhere and everywhere, can't it? I mean,
yes, indeed. You end up. It sort of opens up other things where you might not spend time, like Google Plus, because I go on there and it's full of these most wonderful photographs and images because of people I've followed there. And indeed made some friends on there and on Twitter. Terry, I can't remember her surname, but she shares the most amazing images, and I love sharing her things. Yeah. So, and we sort of like chat back and forth now and then as well. So it really is lovely. And it can encourage you and entice you to go back and think, oh, that's what's going on Google Plus these days. There's actually still activity over there and things. So,
it's discovery, isn't it? It
is.
I mean, there's so many different interests. I mean,
yes.
But the thing is that it's not. The word I'm looking for here is procrastination. when you're actually on Empire.Kred and you're on Twitter, you're not procrastinating, because everything that you do is towards one end, isn't it? It's building relationships.
It is, yes. You know, and you never know what you're going to learn. And sometimes you need to kind of just step back from whatever you're doing and spend a bit of time and just follow your nose on the internet and see where it leads you. And it inspires so many other things. You know, you always get more stuff coming up. You think, oh, I must write a blog post about that, or I want to share that because I know such and such will enjoy that, and all kinds of things.
Yeah, you get, and it sparks your imagination, and you see something and you can say, that's a damn good idea. I can run with that. That's the idea for my next blog, or SlideShare, or whatever. And it's just fascinating. There's just, I mean, over the years, Empire.Kred has had over 100,000 people join, and at the moment there are probably around up to 10,000 actually active at the moment. If that brings back memories of a certain UK time. We'd like to mention Academy once during every blab, because without Academy we wouldn't be here.
Absolutely, goodness, where would we be? It does. You do wonder. It's definitely had its place.
It did. It taught us a lot, and we all met up there. So you're building your reputation on Empire.Kred by interacting with people, by buying shares, by doing their missions. Now, if you do their missions, not only do you discover things that you'd never even thought about, or as Bab said, photographs. I mean, some beautiful photographers. Sorry, I rephrased that. There are some photographers who take beautiful pictures. And it's a joy to discover artists and photographers and wordsmiths as well. There are quite a few authors on Empire.Kred as well, and as we have Michelle here today, and a lot of games as well. And it takes you off, but you're actually earning eaves. Now, you can use those eaves either to buy more shares with people or to run your own missions, and that's where you came in, Babs, because you used your eaves that you'd earned from doing other people's missions to run your own. How difficult was it to do a mission?
Oh goodness, it was so easy. You just sort of, it was incredibly easy. It was much simpler than I thought it would be. And I really must just get on and do some more. I want to test it all out and see what happens from a tweet and from, you know, the Facebook page, because, you know, like the Blog Mistress Facebook page is only a few off of 500 now. So, you know, it was probably worth just seeing what happens when I do that. But then I think I must get the website up to, anyway, never mind, because that's horribly out of date. So
you can run a mission to virtually anywhere you like. It obviously, the prime aim of this is to drive people to your own site. But I quite often use Empire.Kred in one particular scenario. If somebody has a charity event or a charity function that they want promoted, then Empire.Kred is a wonderful way to do it, because you can link to their page, but you don't send people to the page. You put out a tweet, and that tweet then gives them a wider audience. Okay, I think there's not just charities. I mean, the Don't Stream and Drive campaign, I ran several missions on Empire.Kred to get the word out. And because you're reaching a wider audience, I'll come back to that in a minute. But it is, as Bab said, to actually create a mission is surprisingly simple. You need a title. Now, it's just like blogging. You need a catchy title, don't you?
Yes, indeed. And I think also you need a good image, don't you?
Yes. Yeah.
To grab people's eye. So, because, you know, that's the ones I go for. There's one with a squirrel who's, you know, ripping open his thing to show his superhero outfit underneath. I like those. So anything that grabs me visually, that's what I go for. And I don't tend to I don't tend to be visually drawn in that way. So, you know, but we haven't got much time, have we, these days? We have so little time that we just want something that grabs us.
The thing is that there are hundreds of missions to do, and each one of them is a task to go to a page, and what happens after that is up to you. We'll come back to that. So you need a good picture, as you said, you need a good title, and you need, in the text, you need to say what you're asking people to do, don't you? What it's all about, the description of exactly what is going on. And at the end of it, you just say, please visit my tweet, please visit my Facebook page, please visit wherever you want people to go, and you just say please. Now, You then put in a link, and it can be to Facebook, LinkedIn, your own website, to a YouTube video, YouTube channel, Instagram, wherever you want people to go. You then decide on a reward. Now, the virtual currency on Empire.Kred is Eves, and you can give people Eves if they just visit. That's it. There are people who Babs, if you can hear me, please come back in. That was not you. Hopefully Babs will be back in a moment. Welcome back, Babs, just call in. Okay, now, if you're running a mission, you want to give people a reward. And Babs is back.
So I'm not going to touch anything now. That was my fault. I do apologise. Carry on.
No, just a minute. All right, okay. I made your host now. Yeah, no, it wasn't you. It was not you. It's what we're calling these days Blab magic.
No, I press something.
No, you don't. Magic. And then you just come back in and it all works. It's totally random. Right, anyway, back to missions. Now, as a newcomer to Empire.Kred, you don't have too many Eves. And the situation is that there is a badge, and it's a green badge, and it's a small mission badge. And basically, to have the badge, and it's a badge of honor, one that people want, hundreds of people have the green badge, you have to do 25 missions a month, on which the reward is 5,000 Eves. So there are a whole crowd of people who are looking out for small value missions because they've got to do 25 every month. And if you look at their profiles, it's got a green badge on it.
25 that are 5,000 Eves?
Yeah, 5,000 Eves or less.
Or less? So, I didn't know that.
There are people who run 500 Eve missions, or 1,000 Eves, or 5,000 Eves. But under 5,000 Eves or under, that's the magic figure. And you'll find that a lot of people who have connected with you on Empire.Kred will do your missions. So to anybody who's new, I would say just go for the 5,000 limit, do 20, and that will cost you, quick bit of maths, Michelle, help. That won't cost you too much. If you've got 1 million Eves, then you can easily give 20 at 5,000, because that will only cost you 200,000 Eves.
Well,
so that's the reward
more as well, don't you? So
you is a premium of 50%. So if you spend 2,000, 1,000, 100,000, sorry, then you'll be charged 100,000. Right. So the game takes 100,000 because the principle being that you're actually using Empire.Kred's resources. It's like the sort of they own the joint, and you're paying rent, sort of thing. So Empire.Kred missions, you don't have to be rich to actually get a response. You just can do a mission for under 5,000 Eves, and that's it. You set up the mission. So title, a description, a link, and then the reward. And as I say, 20 at 5,000 won't break anybody's bank. Once you've set up the mission, you just check it back, and then you press go and start mission, and that's it. And that's when the magic starts.
Indeed. It doesn't necessarily happen all at once, of course.
Oh, good point. Good point.
You know, over a week, it's you know, your missions are, you know, all of your, you know, you've got your 20 missions done.
Yep.
And things have happened. Like people have either just read your blog or they've shared it, which is wonderful. Of course, you can't ask them to do that. No. You have to sort of, you know, just put it out there, and people will do what they want to do. And they comment as well, which that was just so lovely. And nice comments as well, not just, you know,
supportive
one-line ones. It was, you know, proper people had obviously read the post.
Now, there's a thing.
So that was great.
People are actually reading the blog post.
Yes, and that's what you want.
Yeah, not skimming it.
No, and mine was, you know, you had to read it to kind of understand what I was saying, because it could have been, you know, it wasn't a good post from a skimming point of view. because there was the point, I wanted to get some points across. So, and they had actually definitely read the post. So that was wonderful. And so, of course, I thanked them on the blog post. I went on to Empire.Kred and engaged with them there and said, thank you very much, and all this kind of thing. And away you go, and around it goes. And it's just wonderful.
Well, the thing is that, sorry, question, go.
I had a question. Popping back to the 25 missions at 5,000 or less, and you get a badge. Yeah. You just get a badge.
You get a badge, but to keep that badge. Sorry?
What does that badge mean?
It means that you are a person who believes in supporting people who've just joined the site. It's basically saying that you're not after the money. You're after the experience of entering other people's worlds.
Okay.
It serves really as a reminder that it brings together the people who've been on Blab for 5 years and the people who've been on Blab for 5 weeks.
Or Empire.Kred.
That's what it does. That's the effect of it. But it's also recognised as a not I want to go scouts or Girl Guides here, but it's a badge. And badges are important because it shows that you do support people on Empire.Kred actively, because you're doing at least 25 missions a month for 5,000 Eves and under. And it means that that people can go to you because you're active on Empire.Kred. It also shows you're active as well. And
does that increase your value? Because it says you're worth, how much you cost, so to speak.
Right, there's no direct relationship.
Right.
The badges, that particular badge just signifies that you're actually doing 25 missions a month at 5,000 Eves or less.
I like that.
And there are, as I said, there are hundreds of people who are doing that, and there's always a shortage. This is the thing. There's always a shortage of missions which only offer under 5,000 Eves. So if you put a mission up under 5,000 Eves, not only are you going out to everybody on Empire.Kred who can sort of see it and go for it, but there are a specific group of people who are looking for missions under 5,000, and they will go and do them. And these people these people are social networkers, as Babs has found out.
Yeah.
They don't hit and run. They read and leave comments. Now, you did your first mission directly to your blog and you got a response. So obviously more missions to your blog, to new blogs, are going to get an equal, if not better, response. That's all. It's not a promise. It will just happen naturally. If you want to go a step further than that, and you want to get the message out to a wider audience, because if you put out a mission 20 slots at 5,000 Eves, it will cost you 200,000 Eves, and 20 people will do your mission, and they will be brought to your web page, and because they're networkers, some of them will take it a step further, and they will comment and like it and share it, but they don't have to. But that's a direct approach. So one reward, one visit. If you want to get the word out to a wider audience, then what I would do, and what I've done today in relation to this blab, is basically I've done a mission and to visit, to retweet me. Yeah, I did a tweet to this blab today. I posted the link to the tweet in the mission instead of my URL. Posted a link to the tweet, and I asked people to visit the tweet. Yeah. Now this is where the community side of it comes in, because all people are required to do is to visit the tweet. If they know you and they like what the tweet is about, they will retweet you. Yeah. Now that means that you're reaching not just the 20 people who are taking the mission, but you're reaching further out on Twitter. Yeah. So you can get a reach which multiplies yours by a large factor. Yeah. That's the most important weapon there is the tweet.
Keep it short enough to be retweeted.
Good point. Good point. Yes.
I've got another blog post on that, but anyway. Yes.
Right. Well, in actual fact, just as an aside, I've been able to discuss the Empire.Kred, but Twitter is involved in there because it's one of the best ways to use missions. Twitter recently announced that very soon The 140 characters will not include the link or the picture link.
I know that's going to be make things so much easier.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll have to rewrite that blog post for a start, because I won't, you won't have to be thinking, when you go to retweet something and you're sort of like 16 characters over and you think, you just can't, you can edit a little bit, but sometimes it's more trouble than it's worth. So sadly.
Okay, Michelle, the other week I made a mistake on air when I announced something before it had actually happened. Michelle, you're quite correct. It is express speculation based on their reading of the situation, but it makes eminently more sense to have a 140 character tweet and the links on top than it ever did when they floated the idea of a 10,000 character tweet. I mean,
yes.
I think that the thing is that Twitter is SMS for the internet. It's the short messaging service for the internet. It's the equivalent of sending a text message. But okay, we digress. Back to where we were. Where were we? Right. So one of the best missions is to tweet it out, and then you reach a wider audience because they're retweeting you. And then what you can do.
Sorry. I was just wondering how many retweets you got.
How many retweets I got? Okay, on missions this week, I've had, which I've done this week, I've had 30, 40 retweets, which is pretty darn good. I mean, you're not actually, all the groundwork is in building community. When you get retweeted, it's brilliant, but it's a quid pro quo. I mean, you're helping them, they help you, and that's networking. Yeah. So over the years, I mean, the situation is that I'm actually behind this. Empire.Kred is run by members, and I'm one of the members who, on a daily basis, run the site. So it's just a brilliant place to be. Okay, just a minute. Okay, sorry, Babs, I'm just checking whether we have a problem. Okay, I don't know. Right, okay, I just answered that. Right, so missions are just magical. The more you do in community-wise by doing other people's missions, then the more successful your missions become. And you can, over time, as you get more eaves, you can up the number of slots from 20 to 25 to 30 to 40, and give more people a chance. But as it stands, if you do a mission under 5,000 eaves, then the odds are that all the slots will go and people will do networking. That
is very interesting to know. It makes it really accessible, because I always thought people would go for the high value ones just to get more eaves.
Yeah.
But obviously not. So
the reverse is actually true. You'll find that if you do a 5,000 eaves mission, all the slots will go. 20 people will do a 20 slot mission. If you do a higher value mission, then you'll find that the ratio is not 100%. Yeah, very strange, but wonderful for all of us, because if you do a low value mission, then you get a better response. Yeah, which means that when you're starting off the game, whether you've been on Empire 5 weeks or 5 months or 5 years, if you're doing a 5,000 eaves mission, everybody's equal. Everybody gets the same chance, and as you say, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over the course of a couple of days, but people will do it. And you're making friends, because I mean, it's not just that the conversation takes place on Empire.Kred, because it doesn't. The conversation takes place on Twitter, on Facebook, on your own website.
Yeah, that's very powerful stuff. So I should be doing lots more.
Indeed. I do about 3 or 4 missions a week. 3 or 4 missions a week is not overdoing it. If you've got the eaves, and 200,000 eaves, you can earn that in 20 minutes by doing other people's missions. That's it. You do other people's missions, earn the 200,000 eaves, go and do a mission yourself. And
you do get all of the eaves that you earn on a mission, don't you? So
yes, 100%.
When people buy your shares,
right,
you only get a small portion of that, don't you?
Yeah, when people buy your shares, the more expensive your shares, the less you get, percentage-wise, because that's the way the house is. It's where the game is run to even things out for everybody. So, but if you do a mission and the mission says you will get 50,000 eves, you get 50,000 eves. There's no, the house has already taken its percentage when the person created the mission. Yeah. And I think the beauty of missions, as I said earlier, is just the sheer breadth of it, and the places it takes you off to that you wouldn't have even thought of.
Yes, let's see what we've got at the moment.
Okay then. Yeah.
There's one for World Belly Dance Day.
Right.
All kinds of social media ones. There's one about some blab that's going on at the moment.
Is there? Yeah. Right.
There's one gorgeous photograph, which I would click on. Just photograph of a build, played by a lake.
Yeah.
There's the squirrel with his Superman thing underneath. All sorts of things, all sorts of different, lovely old telephone. Oh, by our friend over in Germany,
Andreas,
yes.
Andreas Vida, yes, yeah, and that's it. I mean, Andreas was on the Blab we actually did about Empire.Kred,
yes.
and he was telling us, how he uses it for business, because it is actually a tool to actually help with your business, because people want to get involved, and they will do the missions, and they will visit your webpage, and they will read your blog, genuinely read your blog, and it's just a great
and
group.
Share it.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I mean, we thought those days had gone, commenting and sharing, but Empire.Kred brings them back.
Yeah, well, I'll take it further and see what happens, because yes, it's like getting blood out of a stone, getting people to comment on your blog.
Indeed.
Well, for some of us mere mortals, not some of us not rock stars.
Yeah, that's it. There's still commenting being done, but it's on the level that you and I are on.
You have to bother. People need to be bothered about to comment. Otherwise, yes, they'll read it and everything and share it even, but to actually comment as well, that really does take some more effort.
Yeah.
So it's lovely to come across a community that is, just happy to do that. I didn't ask them to.
No, that's the surprise.
In the mission, they just did it anyway. So,
yeah.
Lovely people.
So, do a mission today. No matter how long
yes,
you've been in Empire.Kred, if you do a mission from the 5,000 eves, it will work. And you can send people to your webpage. Job done. Michelle's logged into Empire.Kred.
Right. Go and do a mission before the end of this blab, and we'll share it here. Michelle,
wow.
How's that?
There you are. That's good.
Not sure how much more we can talk about, but anyway.
Right. Well, the thing is,
we should have said that half an hour
when you
ago.
have a blog, it's very difficult. And we did the session where we said on promoting your blog, and we shared, and you shared lots of wonderful ideas on how to do it. But Empire.Kred is the one that nobody knows about.
It is. It's it's not something that many of the the apparent gurus or alleged gurus are sharing and putting out there and everything. But and it's it suits some people, but it won't suit everybody. So
well, I mean, the thing is that Empire.Kred
kind of like that.
Yeah, sorry. Empire.Kred started out with a group of 3 programmers, but now Empire.Kred is part of an international company and has the backing of an international company. If you've heard of Cloud, which you undoubtedly have, you've probably heard of Kred, and Kred did as Cloud does, insofar as it measures your effectiveness on Tinternet. Okay, so you've got your Cloud score and you've got your Kred score. Now, Kred is a division of People Browser, which is an Australian company, and basically they are now the owners of Empire.Kred. So it's got financial backing far heavier than it ever had, and it's being promoted far more widely than it ever was. And if you're going to get on to Empire.Kred, the day could well be the day to get started, because it doesn't cost anything. It's totally free.
No.
And did we mention that not only does it have missions, one of the things we all want to know when we're on the internet is anybody listening to our tweets? Is anybody reading our Facebook posts, watching our videos? You've got a full set of metrics on Empire.Kred, not just one number like Cloud. You've got a full set of metrics, and they will tell you how you're doing on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, not LinkedIn anymore, and several other different sites. And those numbers are updated every day. Now, I'm not suggesting, for one, that a social media scat number means anything outside to the outside world. But to you, what it should mean is your number should either be staying the same or going up. If your number is going up, irrespective of what it is, if your number is going up, then your activity on social media, on Twitter and Facebook, is having a greater effect, and you're being seen by more and more people. That's what the score means. More people are listening to you. And basically, Empire.Kred gives you that for free. So not just one number, but full stats on how your social media account is going. Now, of course, if you do a mission, and that mission is to retweet you, then you should see your Twitter score going up. So it's actually tracking you as well. Right, okay. I'm just filling in while Michelle comes back and says with a link. Yeah. So there you are. Empire.Kred is financially secure, is run by its members for the members, and everyone's approachable. No, okay, Michelle, we're not putting pressure on you.
We'll come back and visit you, Michelle.
Michelle, the thing is, if you're not having fun on social media, then you're doing something wrong, because social media is about people. It's about getting together today, and Babs and I chatting and enjoying by everybody here today. And that's what social media is about. And Empire.Kred just helps you do it.
Indeed.
It is
another place to hang out.
Indeed. Well, it's the people, isn't it? The people are so friendly. I mean, it's not, I mean, I've met some, well, over the years, I've met about 800 people on Empire.Kred who are in my circles. I got confused then. On my Facebook friends. 800 of my Facebook contacts are on Empire.Kred, and they are from all around the globe. Empire.Kred started in Canada, went to the USA, came to the UK, hopped over to Germany, and then hopped over to every country between Germany and Australia. It is a truly global system, and you can meet a wide range of people. And Buzz was saying earlier about the photographers on there. Yeah.
Yes, it's just stunning that the things that people are sharing and things like that. So, and it's like you say, it's so global. You don't know where somebody is going to be. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's just quite lovely to think that you're chatting to somebody in Australia, or what have you. It's probably the kind of thing that you could, if you were traveling out and about, you could tap into there and quite possibly connect with local people there.
Well, I'm going to coin a phrase here, perhaps. You could well have a friend in every city.
Not quite sure you'll get away with that, Stephen.
I can't copyright that phrase, can I? But no. You are making friends around the globe.
Friends around the globe. Let's leave it at that, shall we?
Right. Okay. If anybody wants,
there's people watching that don't know what on earth we're talking about now.
Oh, right. Sorry. Michelle hopefully gets it, and anybody else on Academy gets it as well.
Anyone who wasn't on Academy will understand.
That's true. There was a famous back 10 years ago. There was a very good book written called A Friend in Every City, and it was about networking. And it was a very good book. I'm not calling the book at all, but the title of the book was A Friend in Every City, because it was the aim. The aim of networking in those days was to find a friend in every city around the world, so that when you went on your world voyage, you could stop over, Airbnb style, with friends around the world. A beautiful idea, and now you can do it. Now you could do it, couldn't you?
You could actually.
Yeah.
I was actually, I shared on a Slack group, which is with the WordPress theme that I use. And there's an incredibly strong community there. It really is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's all around the world. And somebody has been, got stuck in Spain or something, and they've all sort of pulled together and found somebody in Spain to help them out.
Yeah, magic.
I love that.
Magic. I love networking.
Yes.
And Steve says he remembers couchsurfing.com back in the day. Yeah. I mean, these kids today think they've invented it all, but no.
No, indeed, they haven't invented anything.
Right. Okay, if anybody wants to come on air and join us, just as you can see, we're having a good chat. You're more than welcome to call in. In actual fact, to encourage that, Babs.
Excellent.
News just in. Right. Okay. Everybody who's in the Blab, Michelle, whilst we've been live on air, has created her mission, and she's put a link at the bottom right-hand corner. And it would be wonderful. No pressure, but it would be wonderful if you are currently on Empire.Kred, if you click the link and take the mission as Barbara suggested.
And I'm doing it right now.
Live on air.
I'm doing it live on air. I should be sharing the screen, really, shouldn't I?
Hang on.
So you can see it's using up my bandwidth, so I'm going all funny, or funnier than I usually do. Okay, so I'm tweeting that. I'm going to follow this lady, Michelle, who's been with us.
Well,
and I like that tweet, and I'm going to retweet it. Because we don't just retweet, do we? We follow people.
Indeed.
And we like things, and there you go. Done.
And
one mission done.
I'm coming back now.
Thank you, Michelle.
And what I'm going to try and do, by the magic of Blab, is for those of you not on Empire.Kred, show you what Michelle's mission looks like on Empire.Kred. Now that is basically, as we said, photograph, title, and Michelle's already been retweeted, which is absolutely brilliant. So there you are, Empire.Kred in action.
Excellent.
Magic. And on the recording as well. See, it works. You put live missions on Blab. Yes, we should do this. We should do a mission of the week. We could well do that.
We could.
I mean, I'll just go in the background. As you can scroll down, you can see the tweet. You can see it's A-rated. I'll just press return and refresh the page. So it's going to disappear for a second, and then it should come back, and we'll be able to see updates as time goes on. But everybody who's here, if you can do Michelle's mission, right? Okay.
Well, should be up. It'll be used up before we finished.
That's true.
Okay, so now I've followed her on. I can see that she's on Instagram. So,
yeah.
And away we go. It's you could spend an awful lot of time.
Yes, but let's go back to that point. When you're spending time doing missions, you're not surfing and procrastinating. You're actually helping people and getting to know people.
No, it's giving you more ideas. You think, that's. You think, oh, I should be on Instagram. I should be, how much would it take for me to just pop into the garden and take a lovely photo and, and share it? And it's just, on it goes.
Right. I'm going to end the recording.
I'm trying to keep calm and not get all excited about it all, because I tend to get carried away and start bouncing up and down. And that's not good because I'm on a laptop here. So,
right. Babs, it's been a pleasure as always. I'm going to stop the recording. If you want to say thank you to everyone, then...
Yes, thank you all so much. Thanks ever so much, Michelle, for joining in. That was brilliant. And thank you all for being here and watching and commenting and things like that with us. Yeah. You have to excuse me, I'm getting all bunged up.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, that was great fun.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be here. Babs says,
absolutely.
Thank you. Babs and I will be back again next month. We'll have the mission of the month. So if you do Empire.Kred on the day, then we'll help promote those. If you have any questions on Empire.Kred, then you can contact either of us on Empire.Kred at any time. I'll just put my ticker in there.
What's he doing?
That's my ticker gone in there, and perhaps if you want to put yours in there as well. But thank you everybody who's been watching. We're not going anywhere, not straight away anyway, but I'm going to end the recording now. So thank you everyone, and we'll see you next time.